the UK government calls it the occupied Palestinian territories. But what will it be called post-recognition? Will they still call it that? You can tell, you can smell the sensitivity in Whitehall about all of this. We're just watching exactly what is recognised. Government policy at the moment is that we believe that the Palestinian state should be, and I'm going to quote, based on 1967 borders ending the occupation by agreement, right? So it's not that we recognise the 1967 borders, it's that we believe in the 1967 borders, but there is a further negotiation needed in order to determine exactly where the borders of the country that we are recognising should be. So as far as I can tell, obviously there is no negotiation going on. There is no agreement imminent. So you're going to end up in a situation where we recognise a country, but we don't know what its borders are, which is a difficult position. Nevertheless, this is a political move, so that is possible. And the UK recognises countries, not governments, as we were saying yesterday, which is why we're not going to recognise Hamas. And then finally, and this is a conundrum that I tripped across yesterday, is what's it all going to be called? Because at the moment, if you, again, go to the government website, the UK government calls it the occupied Palestinian territories. But what will it be called post-recognition? Will they still call it that? Because there are some that think that the UK should change the way officially it refers to it to Palestine.
I think they are exactly the questions that are going to have to be answered pretty fast, because a lot of pressure is going to come on this position, or the switch in position of Kier Starmer to recognition. One is, as you say, on the name, what's in a name, but those who are, if you like, very strongly trying to make the point that this has to be a real thing would like it to be called Palestine. And I've just noticed in the usage in terms of campaigners, Sam, have moved to just calling it Palestine, rather, those of us who are trained through news desks over far too many years, probably it was the Palestinian Authority, or that official, the occupied Palestinian territory, all those ways that people walked around it. Well, when you do recognition, you can't really continue to do that. So my guess is it does end up being called Palestine, but I think that will cause some arguments.